So as we discussed before, the frame period and the number of samples per frame, based on that, we have to generate an address for read and write for the scan path of read and write scan paths. So to generate these things, we'll just analyze what is the address we record for the frames. As we discussed before, a single frame has 199 samples for the 8 kilohertz and 400 samples for the 16 kilohertz. Here it was shown for the 8 kilohertz, so the uncolored area are the two-dimensional vectors for the frame 1, and this yellow color which is represented as the other samples, these are for the next set of frames. But this next set of frame is started actually from the 80th sample, which was actually shown from the second window. We can able to observe here, as per our discussion, initially we divided into 4 memory tiles. So each memory tile has 64 locations. So for the first memory tile, which is highlighted here, for the sample of 0 to 7 is stored, and then in the second memory tile, the sample of 8 to 15 is stored. Similarly, it was keep on continuing to store till 127 sample between the first and second memory tile. During the sample of 80 to 87, it will also store it from the third memory tile for the frame 2 zeroth sample. So after 80, from 88 to 95, it will store the fourth memory tile. So similarly, it will keep on go for the first frame and the second frame. So once the 199th sample is finished, the first frame is completed. But before that, the 160th sample, is the zeroth sample of the third frame, which was stored in the last column of the odd frame. So from 160, we'll start storing the samples keep on. So if we have 4 memory tiles, it's more than sufficient to store the 3 overlapped frames, even 4 overlapped frames. But if you observe here, a single value is copied into 3 times, something like the 160, if you check, it was copied in the L1 column, also Q1 column, and also the F6 column, sorry, F19th column. So if you observe, for writing the values, even if we have a dual port RAM, we need to read 4 samples per clock. Also, we need to write a sample in a clock. So if you observe, in case if you are processing an odd frame, we have to write both in odd frame and even frame for the overlap samples. But if you want to read a signal from one frame, we can write 1 samples in that frame. But if you are not writing anything, we can able to read 2 samples in that frame if it is a dual port RAM. But in case if it is a single port RAM, we can able to write or read per clock for a single signal only. So the algorithm, whatever we proceeded now, is required a dual port RAM, which will give the effective processing or performance. But in case if it is a single port RAM, this performance will get degraded. Again, the number of memory tiles will get increased. So for the odd and even frame, total 8 memories are required initially, as we discussed in this as per this memories requirement. But the memory tiles which we have from the SCL Foundry is 32x8 single port RAM. So this address, whatever we developed before, again it has to be modified and it has to be reconfigured as per the 32x8 memory requirement. So before going to that, we need to avoid the 3 copying into 2 copying. Since the same memory tile, the 160 or 160, it is stored 2 times, we can avoid this by storing as only 1 time by just eliminating this extra overhead, something like this. So initially from 0 to 159, whatever the sample is there, it will be stored in the forward RAM, that means the odd RAM which is selected. Then from 80, whatever is there, that will be stored in the back even memory tile, again from 0 to 159. That means 80 to 159 and 0 to 80 in the next set. So after 159, whatever the sample, that means 160th sample is there, that will be written in the S3 column, and it will keep on continue in the reverse order. So till 95. If you observe here from the previous sheet and this sheet, so after 159, we actually have 40 samples. So the first 40 samples from S column is for the odd frame, odd and first frame. So the selected portion is representing the first frame signal. So if you want to process this signal, we need to read 0 and 128 for the first butterfly, 16 and 144 for the second butterfly, 32 and 16 for the third butterfly, and 32 and the 16 is for the fourth, 48 and 32 is for the fifth, and 64 and then the 0 padded values. So whenever a 64 is there, we should not read any values from the RAM. Instead of that, we have to read or we have to assume the second value is 0. Based on that, we have to proceed for the butterfly from this 80, 96 and 64. So for the first two values, 128 and 144 will be read, and 32, 48 and 64, 0, 16 and 32 will be read for the butterfly options. At last, for the 80, 96 and 112, it should be considered 0 for the second value in the butterfly. So it means the column of Hij, whatever the samples are there, this sample for the odd frame requires 0 for the second value in the butterfly. So once a forward frame, that means odd frame started storing, it will keep on go till 159. When 80 is there, it will start storing in the even frame as 0 to 159. Similarly, after 159, from 0 again, the next 0 will start at S column and it will keep on come. That will be mentioned as backward direction in the B21th line, that means S21 line. So from here, it will start keep on store. That means whatever we proceeded till 95, it's as it is, this is the thing. So after 95, from 96, it will keep on store till 115. So once 115 is completed, it means this portion is representing the third frame in the odd memories. So for the even memories, it's similar procedure. It was mentioned here. So even memories in the forward direction, 80 to 159, and the next 0 to 15, it was for the first 159 samples. Again, it will start storing the reverse direction, which is actually, 0 to this one. And after 79, again it will start from 80, AK3. So from here it will keep on go for the backward direction. The backward direction for the even memories is mentioned from the AK21th line as like this. So once the even memory backward direction is completed, again it will start for the forward direction. So the architecture requires two sets of odd and even memories. So the odd memory has two provisions. One is a forward direction, another one is a reverse backward direction. Similarly, for the even memory has a forward and backward. So as we discussed before, in odd frame, the odd position frames, that means odd of odd frames are following the forward direction, and odd of even frames will follow the backward direction of this. So similarly, for odd of even frames will follow the forward direction, and even of odd frames will follow the backward direction. So based on this, we have to create a address. But before creating the address, we need to convert the 64 memory location into or we need to make 32 memory location as a compatible version for this 64 combination. So to make that combinations, initially whatever the values are there, we need to divide into subgroups of 32. Okay. So this is the overlap frame for the whatever the explanation we gave till now for the 8 kilohertz. Similarly for the 16 kilohertz, it will go for till 400 samples. So the 400 samples out of it, so 320 samples has a non-overlap of first and third frame. So the first frame for the 16 kilohertz will be stored as 0 to 15 and 16 to 31 and then 32 to 48 and 48 to 63 and so on till 319. So after 319, the zeroth sample will go for the last column as like the 8 kilohertz. So the even sample of 160, that sample will start for the even ramp in the forward direction. So even for the 16 kilohertz, the same algorithm is applicable, but the memory location it used is for 512 location. So each memory, sub-memory actually required a 120 location memory which has a 16-bit ADC resolution.